Well, as we edge closer to the US election, more and more celebrities are publicly endorsing Kamala Harris.
For more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. Pete, we've seen Taylor Swift, Eminem, Beyonce, Arnold Schwarzenegger come out in support of the Vice President. Who else is there?
Well, yeah, we've got a whole new bunch today. It almost looks like there's some coordination to get the really, really big names coming out as we go into the last lap. So today, Jennifer Aniston took to her social media, actually indicates that she did it herself by the looks of it. There's a few little spelling mistakes and grammar errors. That doesn't matter, but I'm just saying it looks like she's done it herself. So she's saying this is more than just about certain issues. It's about sanity and human decency, as you can see there in capital letters. She's saying that. So she clearly is highly emotional and determined that her voice and her followers should be following in her footsteps. Madonna. Now, Madonna is not going into any great detail as to why you should be voting for Vice President Harris, but she indicates she had to come back from Paris to vote. I don't quite understand why that was necessary, but nonetheless, she's added her voice to it. Another very interesting legendary singer like Madonna is Stevie Nicks. Now, Stevie's quite an interesting one because she's not specifically saying vote for Vice President Harris, but it's pretty clear that's what she's thinking. And in this interview that she's given, she indicated that she never bothered to vote until she turned 70. It sounds weird even saying that, doesn't it? But she never bothered. Now she's basically saying, don't be lax like I was, get out there and vote. And one of her major issues and concerns is women's reproductive rights. So here is Stevie Nicks talking about the importance of voting.
No matter who wins,
Yeah.
God help us, no matter who wins, it's not over. Right?
And look, there is no doubt the Republicans don't have a whole raft of big-name celebrities and legendary stars to call upon. Then again, other people say that, in fact, can be a negative thing. You know, having big-name stars telling people how to vote can be a turn-off. People think, you don't live in the real world, so don't tell me how to vote. So it's all happening, folks, and there's big talk that Taylor Swift could be a surprise arrival at a campaign rally for Vice President Harris on Monday.
Yeah, and matters closer to home. Coldplay performed again in Melbourne last night. Something interesting happened.
Yeah, the old band got back together, so after one day of being apart, and that was amazing. You know, 27 years, I said it yesterday, I still can't get my head around it. 27 years, there they are last night, before they went back up on stage. And on Wednesday night, that was the first time in 27 years that one of those guys didn't front up and go on stage, and that, of course, was Guy Berryman. Now, it turned out to be food poisoning, and in fact, it turned out, it seems, that it was bacon and eggs, and the eggs weren't cooked properly. So that, you know, is a good morning to everyone having breakfast. But certainly last night when they got out there and they delivered once again. And in fact, here's a little of Chris Martin setting the scene with Guy back on stage.
We would like to welcome you to the first concert since our band reformed today with our original... We've learned two things since we came to Melbourne. That is, don't eat bacon and eggs if the eggs aren't quite cooked. Number one.
So it's great that he's back. It was another good show last night. And also the surprise guest, which wasn't really planned, was Ralph Macchio, the original Karate Kid. He's a diehard fan. Flew out from America to be there on Wednesday night. They heard about the fact he was in town and they got him up on stage last night and he performed with them, so a big thrill. But the story I really love is a group called Shaker Faker. Now, I can't verify this story because the band are uncontactable, but they claim on their social media that Chris Martin turned up and actually knocked on their door when they were rehearsing on Wednesday and said, "Can I come and join you guys?" And he sat in with the rehearsal, gave them some tips and advice. That's the photograph that they put up. I hope they're not having a lend of us because it's such a good story. And Chris is known to do these kind of, you know, oddball things. So Shaker Faker is the name of the group in Melbourne, an Oasis tribute
I think
band.
he likes to just show his support to to emerging and local artists. Thank you, Pete. We'll check in with you later.
Thanks, Pete.